Hello everyone and welcome to Bevan's Bricks, and I'm hoping, because I've got some deliveries today, to get a bunch more work done on this particular mock tonight, and if not tonight, tomorrow is the official plan anyway, but we will see how that goes. And just getting my queue room set up. I only got one more thing. I think I got it. Hey Aaron, how are you? Dwarf Mike, good evening. Scotia Bricks and Games, hello, hello. Gary Gong says, wow. Brick Sergeant, how are you doing, my friend? There, we got that back up. And I need this turned a little bit. Richard Cranium, excellent. Richard Cranium was having a problem with notifications, and I told him, for anybody that has a problem with notifications, what I always recommend to people, if you are having issues, is to, and I need to turn that. Anytime you're having problems with notifications, I always tell everybody to turn the notifications off and then turn them back on, and make sure that you click to accept all notifications. And thank you so much, Brick Sergeant. He says on the set. And again, thank you so much, my friend. Brick Sergeant just donated $1.99. And happy Star Wars Day to you, Michael Fuji. I know I really should be building Star Wars, but I'm excited to keep continuing on with this big bad boy, because I really would really like to get this thing done and out of my way so I could work on some of my other projects. So that is why I figured we would just continue moving on with this guy. And since last night I left off needing to finish half a floor, I thought I would do this. So happy I finally got some of my parts delivered, so now I can actually do more work. It really makes things a lot easier when I have all my parts available. And I think I still have a bunch more orders coming in, believe it or not. But the majority of the orders that I needed for this particular building anyway, I'm good on. And I wanted to change out this and this. And I'm trying to remember where I threw those. There that is. Happy Star Wars Day to you as well. And DJ, hello. Steve Weiser, hello. Hope you guys, I actually should have changed it. I probably should have named this stream the Hump Day Star Wars stream, but I was not thinking. Leaf Hunter, hello. And I need my plate now. May the 4th be with you as well, guys. And now I need 2 windows. And I need the glass for these 2 windows. And thank you, Brick Sergeant. I appreciate that. He says, Daryl, that's actually a low value from you, my friend. And R. Claxton, thank you so much for the $2 donation as well. And happy birthday to my son. Thank you, Michael. I will make sure I tell Jax that. For those that do not know, my son Jackson was born on May the 4th, which is funny because he does like Star Wars as well. So it kind of works out pretty well. Just a few pieces right here. Get that. Now we can put it on. got all that. Now we can finish working on the top floor. Thank you, RC Bricks. He says, happy birthday to your son. Aaron says it's a great combo, and thank you, Aaron. I love that that's actually catching on. Art Claxton says, do you think Paulbot is going to be here? I accidentally called Paulbot Paul Rot the other night, and I thought, you know what, that's hilarious if that would catch on. And I noticed a lot of people keep saying it. May the 4th be with Jax. Thank you, Steve. Like I said, I will have to let him know everybody was wishing him a happy birthday. Jax is 20 today, so one more year and he can get his party on. Brick Sergeant says a very happy birthday to young Master Bevins, and thank you, Brick Sergeant. But yeah, we had dinner and cake and let him open some presents, and so it has been a awesome day. Mega Dave says looks good. Thank you so much, my friend. Good evening to you, Byron Bots. He says this looks amazing. As always, thank you for sharing your creations with us, and thank you for coming and watching the channel, my friend. I appreciate it. As all the views and watchings, it helps the channel grow, so I really, really do appreciate it, guys. And what could be better than sharing your creativity with other people, right? And you know what's funny? I was going to post a video today. I intended on posting a video today. I uploaded said video, and I forgot to make it live. So I will probably try and make that video live after I get off the live stream. I still don't, because I just looked a little bit ago, and I'm like, why doesn't it have any views? And it's like I had a really busy day today, and obviously I had a brain cramp because I could have swore I uploaded it and made it live, and I was just miffed that nobody watched it. Richard Cranium, nope, he is not little. No, my youngest is 16, so all my kids are on the upward slope of the climb, you could say. They are growing fast, and I tell you what, for anybody that doesn't have kids, enjoy them while you can, because man, do they grow fast. They grow unbelievably fast. It's like it's like, where does time go? You blink and all of a sudden you're looking at a 20-year-old, you know? It's like, wow. It's like, where did you come from? But the funny thing is, when it comes to your kids, when you look at them, they always still look like a little kid. And I don't know how to get over that, because I still look at my kids as being 10 years old. And thank you, Michael. He's reminding everybody, please don't forget to mash that like button, because that does help my views and everything as well. So I really would appreciate that. Yeah, your daughter, Brick Sergeant, says his youngest is 24. Is that the one that's in our Discord as well? I think I read all the comments. Okay, I got that side done. Let me get my yellow brick for here. That's the problem with going up, up, up. It just keeps on going. But we only have, yeah, this, after I finish this half, I have one floor to go. And then this building should be done. So my goal, okay, that's what I thought, and that's awesome. Brick Sergeant was just confirming that, yes, his daughter that is in, because she is also a member of my channel and in the Discord, is the one that's in the Discord server as well. And I have to say, you should be very proud of her. She's an awesome girl. And Lego Mike says, Holy Masonry bricks. Speedstone says, how much do these skyscrapers cost, you think? I don't have to say I think. This particular building is about $2,300. So these are not cheap builds. And yeah, you are absolutely right, Aaron. It is crazy how time flies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. trying to make sure I'm getting my measurements correctly in the brick alignment. This gets a single. And Jersey Brick Guy is absolutely correct. Buildings this size cost thousands. These are not cheap buildings. And that's why, because I know a common question, and I get and I understand why people ask it, but a very common question is, why isn't that connected? Hold on. There we go. A very common question is, why don't you do interiors? And when it comes to large buildings like this, the cost of the building is so expensive that when you try to do the interior, you're looking at doubling it. So at this being $2,300, just imagine if I doubled it. The building would cost $4,600. And absolutely, Charlie, that's kind of what the intention for the building was. Is because I got it from an Architectural Digest. It was from a page that I follow on Instagram, and I wish to God I could tell you who it was. I'm drawing a blank, but the building was a drawing that was intended for Miami. So the feeling and the look and appearance of the building, when everybody says that it looks like something that should be in Miami, you are absolutely correct, as that is what this designed particular building was intended for. Spetstone says rest in peace, because that costs too much. And I agree with you. These large buildings do cost a small fortune. And that's why I always tell people, when you're, mind you, let me step back for a minute. If you want to do a skyscraper and you want to do it cheap, let me give you a quick tip. And I think I've actually made a video on this as well, but I still want to share it during a live stream to kind of be helpful to people. If you're going to do a skyscraper and you want to do it cheap, the best thing you could possibly ever do is use very large parts. A prime example I can tell you is my Jason Vincent Tower. I used very cheap parts, very large parts. The Jason Vincent Tower is made out of train track and nothing but the 1x4x6 window frames. That's really all that building is made out of. There's a few other miscellaneous pieces in it, but the majority of that building is made out of those parts. And because I only use those parts and this glass, that building only cost me close to maybe $1,000. But that is one of the keys. If you want to do a skyscraper, you want to have a skyscraper in your city and you want it to look, I mean, it's not going to be really detailed, but the best thing I always tell people is use large parts. Use large, inexpensive parts. Because like the window frames that I have throughout this building, the large frames, typically you can find them pretty cheap on Bricklink. I know prices have been going up considerably, so it's really hard for people to find stuff on good prices anymore. But that is my biggest suggestion, is use large parts. Use the 1x2x5 bricks where you can. Use the large 1x4x6 window frames where you can. Use any large part you can find, because typically you're going to find it's going to cut your costs down. Because when you're buying yellow bricks like this little 1x2 like this particular brick is about 11 cents a piece. And if you consider that the 1x2x5 brick, which would take take place of 5 of these, at 11 cents a piece, and you can typically get like a 1x2x5, which again replaces 5 of these, for about 20 cents a piece, you're cutting your costs way down. So that's a really good way to build a skyscraper and to keep your costs within an effective way. I hope that makes sense. And thank you so much, Get the Brick and our Claxton, and I see a bunch of people are wishing Jax a happy birthday. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And yes, John Garrett, I did get some parts. Kyle Knapp says, I try to go after the Lego sets that don't cost a lot of money, but usually I can't find them cheap. Something I can point out to you, and let me go back to Brick Sergeant real quickly. First, he also says his oldest stepson is 36 years old. Oh my God, dude. I can't imagine having a kid at 36. That's 36 years old. I mean, that would be crazy. But taking a step back again to point something else out for you, Kyle, when trying to amass a Lego collection, one of the big things I always try to tell people is there's 2 really good sets that you get the most bang for your buck for. one of the best sets is like your 3-in-1 creator sets, or just your creative box sets, the creative box sets. That is a really good way to amass a very large amount of parts. But another thing that I always remind people of, and a lot of people are not popular or favor this particular idea, friends. Lego friends. I can't say that enough, because most people, when they're looking at mocks and things like that, most people overlook the friend sets. And you will typically get, because I know a lot of people look at Lego sets and they look at it as the price per part. So if you have an 800 piece set, it's going to be an $80 set, so on and so forth. Typically when you're looking at friend sets, they're already below that price per part, which is the 10 cents per part. But not only that, typically friend sets, they don't sell really, really well. So you quite commonly find them at 20, 30, 40% off all the time. And that's why I always tell people to stock up on friend sets, because then you can get these unique colors, this yellow, this pink. You can get a lot of vibrant colors, a lot of unique colors to use in a lot of really cool ways. So again, Creator 3-in-1, Creator expansion boxes, whatever you want to call them, and friends. Those are the sets you should be focusing on if you're just trying to grow your collection of parts. And I'm going to stop there because I'm rambling. Richard Cranium, yes, yard sales and Craigslist is a great place. Bedstone says, thanks for advice, and you are more than welcome, my friend. Stargazer says, Daryl, wishing a happy birthday to Jackson. Thank you so much, Stargazer. Robert Poley says, impressive. Thank you so much, my friend. Pedro says, is this the 9th floor now? Yes, this is the 9th floor. And thank you so much for the birthday wishes to Jax. And Max P says, who's your favorite friend? I heard Emma was talking smack on Andrea. I honestly don't have a favorite friend minifig. I do think they are interesting, but I can tell you that I don't use them in my mocks or my builds, so I don't really have a favorite. If I was going to pick a favorite, though, I would say my favorite is Emma, because, or Emma, do they have an Emily? Let's say if they have an Emily, Emily would be my favorite, because that's my youngest daughter's name, my youngest kid's name, which is my daughter Emily. So I would pick that is either Emma or Emily, because it's close to my daughter's name. And howdy, howdy, Joe Ashley. And I'm just checking to make sure that wasn't my boss. It wasn't the boss. And now I need, so I got these. What else did I get today? I got the 1x4s. Trying to remember where I placed them. I was so happy that I got my parts today. I just kind of threw everything on a table. There they are. Here we go. And there's Paul Rott. Da-da-da-da. Here I come to wreck the day. How you doing, Paul Rott? And I'm knocking pieces off. Awesome, buddy. Max P said he just started working at Legoland, California, and he's hoping to get to use his employee discount. And dude, that would be a great way to expand your collection. So congratulations to your new job, my friend. Spetstone says it would cost if the lights could do loop patterns with blinking, so you could almost make a light show on the building. Actually, you can. And I don't know if anybody else has said it, but check out Blinky Bricks. I always recommend Blinky Bricks. Blinky Bricks has some amazing products, guys. Hey, how you doing, DZ Studios? DJ is laughing because I called him Paul Rat. And Get the Brick says, Paul Bot, do you see that pink bucket? And hey, I'm so glad you could make it, DZ Studios. He says, finally glad I could catch you live. It's early for me as he's traveling. And awesome, buddy. I know it can be hard. And yes, it can be hard to catch me live. I am trying to ramp up my live streams and my video production and all that, but it can be a real pain sometimes trying to maintain a production schedule. But I do try the best I can to try and help people to be able to see me a little easier. Muy bien, Bevan, is what Maximo says, and thank you, Maximo. Muy bien to you, and I hope I'm saying that correct, my friend. Art Claxton says, Paul Bot found out who said it about the Paul Rat. Yes, that is Paul Rat. Paul Rat's new nickname is Paul Rat. And Kyle Knapp says he has one Star Wars Lego set that's his favorite set, and he likes the colors to it. Most Star Wars sets, and I gotta put, hold on one second. Most Star Wars sets are done in gray, so I'm curious what set you're talking about and what the colors are. And thank you so much, John Garrett. He says happy birthday to Jax as well. And hello, Brick Sargent. He's saying hello to the Funny Farm. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I hope you get to feeling better, Paul. Now I'm just going to try and fly out. Paul Bot. There we go. Nope, it's never fun not feeling good. And I know, like, here where I'm at, it's easier to not feel good when the weather sucks. Let me say it that way. And the weather is still sucking by me, so it's better to be sick now than in the summer. A cheese statue? I like that, Spedstone. That would be cool. Lego George Lucas, hello, hello. Pedro says, what's the weirdest minifigure in your opinion? There's a weird Star Wars one from episode 1, I think. I don't remember what it's called. It's probably called Jar Jar Binks. I only say that because I was not a big fan of Jar Jar Binks myself. Which I honestly think that Jar Jar Binks was the character that everybody loves to hate. Trying to get all the goodies together. Joe says at least you didn't take a header into the concrete. That would not be good. I'm with you, man. The weather, it's because I know a lot of people know this. It's especially even Paul Bot probably knows this. Every time I clean the barn, I'm usually sick. And this time of year, because I have really bad hay fever, so I'm a lot like Paul Bot in that aspect. That usually this time of year, because of the weather's been horrible this year, in my opinion anyway, because it's constantly going up and down and up and down and up and down. And it's just, it usually makes me feel like crap too, but I don't have any fevers or nothing, so I am obviously doing a lot better than Paul Bot. And DZ Studio says Jar Jar's #1. Yeah, I get why they put Jar Jar Binks in the movies. I do. He was supposed to be kind of the new comic relief, but man, I think what annoyed me personally about him, it's probably the same thing that annoyed everybody, was the way that he talked. It was just so obnoxious. Joe Ashley says, yeah, it sucks what he did yesterday, 4 hours at the ER to be told to go home with nothing wrong. That's never fun. I mean, it's good they told you to go home because there's nothing wrong, but it's never fun spending time in the ER anyway. DJ says, here, parts of Oklahoma may get baseball-sized hail tonight. That's always fun. I hope you have good insurance. And I don't mean to laugh because I know that's a bad thing, but again, I really do hope you have good insurance because I know that can get costly when it's baseball size. That can just totally destroy your roof, your car, landscaping, you name it. It just totally devastates a house. And I need to do the pink. I have to keep moving my trays back and forth so I can get to certain parts. Mesa impressed. Misa impressed. I really do hate that character. Do you want death sticks? I've got death sticks. Oh, let me go home and rethink my life. How much is the rent in the apartment complex? I don't know. I'm going to say it's high, though, because this was a high dollar build. So we're going to say that the rent is very high. Paul Bass says, same type of weather there. Rotating thunderstorms tonight. Get the bricks, says Joe Ashley. Are you in West Texas? And Joe Ashley says, though, looking outside doesn't really look like it unless it happens further east of me. And hopefully it does miss you, my friend. Let me see. I need some more of these. Get those. And there we go. We can get that row going. And then we will just happy little accidents. Just happy little accidents. Not that I'm doing any, but it just sounded like something fun to say. Oh, dude, yes. Oh, I can't wait to see the new Obi-Wan. That show, I really hope, because some people might disagree with me on this. I was kind of disappointed with the Boba Fett show. I didn't think it was bad, don't get me wrong. I liked it. I watched every episode. But I feel they could have done a much better job with the show. Just my personal feelings. And I'm hoping they bring it back and do more with the show, not just backstory. Because that's what I felt like the Book of Boba was, is just nothing but backstory. I think there's so many awesome stories they could tell with that if they would go a little deeper. And I really have a lot of hopes for the new Obi-Wan series because I feel like there's a lot of really good stories to be told with that particular show. And yes, you got to throw in the Bob Ross. You know, I love Bob Ross. I always try to throw in a little reference here and there when I can. And Raymond Diaz says, hello, Daryl. How are you doing tonight? I am doing fantastic, my friend. How are you? I hope you are well. I got that. I can put this on now, so I got to move this back over here. And the 1, and the 2. And I know I'm looking away from the camera most of the time I'm talking, so I do apologize for that, but what it is, it's easier for me to read this particular monitor I have to my left than it is to read the monitor on my right, because the monitor on my right is much smaller. What do I think of the new city sets? I love. Can't say that enough. I love the new grocery store. And, well, not real fond of the train set myself, because that is part of the city line. I get why they've done it and why they designed it the way they did, though. So let me say that first. Because from what I've done a little research on, it's actually based on kind of like a Japanese train, but it also resembles a lot of the trains that are in and around Europe. So I get their styling cues for that particular set. But personally, out of all the stuff that's coming out this summer, my favorites so far are a lot of the Friends sets. And oh my God, have you guys seen the new Monkey Kid set that's coming out? Heavenly something, I think. Oh, that set is freaking amazing. If you have not seen that set, I really highly recommend that you check it out, because that, my friends, is an amazing looking set, the new Monkey Kid set. But the grocery store for the city line, I think, is a very good set. And I was trying to remember what the heck the other set was. I made a video on it, and it's pretty sad. I can't remember what I talked about in it. The farm sets are good, but to me, and again, this is just me, I like the farm sets, but I don't. They're not bad, don't get me wrong, but what I like about the farm sets is the animals. It's not really the builds themselves. I am more interested in the animal pieces that are coming with it, because you can get cows, you can get pigs, you can get sheep now. I mean, and how awesome is that? And thank you so much, Macro Bricks. He says, keep it up. Macro just donated $5. Dude, you are awesome. And as I always like to do, because Macro is one of my longest and oldest supporters of this channel, if you get a chance, check out Macro Bricks too, because Macro's got his own channel, and he has a great channel, and he does some really awesome builds. It's been a while since I've looked at the channel, Macro, but I know it's been a few weeks, but he was building some awesome castles and stuff. And Macro says, new MK, castles, sell me more, sell me more. Absolutely, man. Sell me more, sell me more. Right there with you, buddy. And if I miss comments, guys, I do apologize because I am trying to build at the same time, and I do try to read everything, but it gets a little hard when I'm trying to search for parts. Get the Brick says Lawton gets it. Stunts and trains got him excited. The stunt sets are pretty cool. I like all the different motorcycles, if that's what you're referring to. Grumpy J is talking to Brick Sergeant, and how are you, Grumpy J? And Brick Sergeant says the electric scooter. That was the other thing, the charging station. I liked that set. I love, and I know in my video I referred to the fact that it's a new mold for the scooter. And I really shouldn't have said it's a new mold because I want to say it's about a year old. But I do like the scooters that they come with the electric charging station in that particular set. So that was something else I did like about that. Was the electric scooters. And 2, 4. Speedstone says he helped his new friend discover a new allergy that is to macadamia nuts. If he's allergic to macadamia nuts, I'm going to say he's probably allergic to peanuts and all that as well. And that's not a good thing. And yes, Brick Sergeant, the scooters do look great. I am with you, buddy. And that goes there. Get the Brick says he's in Houston. So I said the bathtub motorcycle, they have a lot of really cool looking motorcycle sets. I have to say, for those stunt sets, they came out with some really interesting looking things. But out of all my 2 top favorite things that I know that's coming out, and this is just my personal thoughts anyway, is I am a really big fan of, there's like 2 or 3 friend sets that are coming out that I think are amazing. Oh, that was the other city set that's coming out, was the train station. It's not bad, but I feel it's kind of basic. So that was another set that they have coming out, was the city train set. And like I said, the train station, it's okay to me. It's not great though. So it could easily be modified into something better though. I will say that. So that was the other set I was trying to think of and I couldn't remember. And again, just a point, because I know I get questions about this all the time throughout the stream. This particular build costs $2,300 to make, and it is 8,973 pieces for anybody that was curious about the number of parts. At least the last time I checked, that was the part count for this particular set. And again, that is for anybody that is interested in knowing that particular information. I agree with you, DZ Studios. To me, as far as the city stuff, the supermarket would be my biggest thing that I am personally interested in. And it's because just looking at it, I already see some really easy modifications. Buying about 4 of that particular set to make a really nice looking large grocery store. It's a simple build, but I love the colors. I'm a big fan of the green. Not everybody is a big fan of the green like I am, but I think it's a very good looking set. And put that there. DZ Studio says I already read that. Grumpy J says, still wish Lego would bring back the monorail or make the trains cheaper. You know, everybody has been screaming about monorail for a long time, buddy. And like I always try to explain to everybody, I don't ever foresee, and they could, don't get me wrong, I could be wrong, but I don't ever personally foresee them bringing the monorail back, and here's why I say that. Because there was talk, it was just last year, of Lego getting rid of the regular plates, the base plates, the road plates, and all that stuff. My understanding is they've kind of made an about-face turn on that decision, and they decided they're going to keep the standard plates, as well as doing the new road plates that they're including with a lot of the city sets. And part of the reason why they originally were going to get rid of those base plates was quite simply this. Lego cannot manufacture anything over the size of 16 studs, 16 by 16. So With that being said, Lego can't make the monorail pieces, and they can't make the base plates themselves. That's why they were going to phase the base plates out. But again, they've made an about face, and they're going to keep them. That has to be outsourced, and that was part of the problem with the monorail tracks, is supposedly nobody has the molds, which, I mean, how hard would it be to make new molds for them? It's not that big of a deal. But the biggest thing is they are not the ones that are manufacturing them, so they can't make the pieces. Therefore, they're not making the profit, is how I look at it, and that's why they'll never bring them back. But that's just my 2 cents on that particular subject. And I got that, I got that, I got that. I need to put the top piece on those. DZ Studio says, monorail's coming back in 2054. By 2054, I don't think I'd be around anymore. So I'm gonna miss that boat. So I think I'm with Grumpy J. I'm gonna be dead by then. DJ says, I noticed they listed the base plates as new on their website. Yes, like I said, because originally at least I thought I made a video discussing that, because I had gotten the news that they were supposed to get rid of them, but they have since changed their mind and they have decided now to keep them. So there was a big huff about that. A lot of people were quite upset about the fact that they were going to get rid of the base plates, because it's the easiest way to have and work and do a Lego city for most people. Most people do not want to spend the kind of money that it takes to make your own roads. And I'm with everybody. I understand that. I get it. So, because it is expensive if you do the Mills plates like I do. So not everybody wants to do that. Not everybody wants to go crazy big and crazy expensive. I'm just nuts like that. So I personally think that was a good decision on Lego's behalf to keep the base plates, because they are dearly loved by many people. And I think what Lego looked at it as is they don't want to lose the market shares. They don't want to lose the market sales, because if they quit manufacturing them, the off-brand companies will just take their place and they'll be getting all the sales. So I think that was kind of why Lego made an about face on totally phasing those out. And that's all you can do, Brick Sergeant, is just try and buy what you can when you can. A lot of things, though, and that's why I typically, because a lot of people always ask me if I'm getting this set or that set as when it comes out, so on and so forth. And I'm not a big one on buying sets when they first come out. And the reason I'm not a big fan of doing it that way